Hi Myclites, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths for Myclites by MKB. So dear children, in the previous video I taught you about the chapter triangles, and I hope you have gone through both the videos and you understood it very well. And still, if there is any problem, then I will revise it again and I will not go to the next chapter. After this I will start from the first chapter again, as I observed many students joined late, so for them I will revise it again. So today from this chapter I'll take some examples from your book and from other reference books so that you can understand this chapter. In this chapter I taught you some theorems, so I will teach you about the application of these theorems which I taught in this chapter. So you will understand how to use these theorems in doing the questions. So please come back and I'll revise the theorem also. So please back to the start this class. So when I taught the theorems, so first theorem I taught you basic proportionality theorem. It is also known as Thales theorem. So what was the statement of this theorem? Theorem says, in a triangle ABC, if we draw a line DE parallel to one side BC, then this line will intersect other two sides AB and AC at D and E. Then this line DE will divide the side AB and AC in the same ratio. Same ratio means AD part upon DB part is equal to AE part upon EC part. So this is BPT theorem, that in a triangle ABC, if DE line is parallel to BC, then it will divide the other two sides AB and AC in the same ratio. It means AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. This theorem I taught you, BPT. So I am not doing the proof, just I am revising the theorems first so that we can use these theorems. So whenever we will find any line parallel to one side, we can apply that ratio of the other two parts will be same. So this is BPT theorem or Thales theorem. Now the next theorem is its converse. In the previous theorem, in basic proportionality theorem, it was given that DE line was parallel to BC, and then AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. This was in BPT, so it's converse, just opposite. So ratio will be given and then the line will be parallel to BC. So in a triangle ABC, if AD part upon DB part is equal to AE part upon EC part, then we can say DE line will be parallel to BC. So this is converse of BPT theorem. Now children, this is the second theorem which I taught you. So first BPT, second one is converse. Now third theorem, that I taught you about the similarity. This is the similarity criteria of two triangles. So two triangles ABC and triangle DEF, these two are not equal in size, but their shapes are same. So these two triangles will be similar if corresponding angles are equal. So if A angle is equal to angle D, B is equal to E and C is equal to F. If these three corresponding angles are equal, then the triangle ABC will be similar to triangle DEF. So this is first similarity criteria. If all three angles of one triangle are respectively equal to corresponding three angles of the other triangle, then the triangles will be similar. Now the next criteria is about the sides SSS, similarity. In case of congruency, all three sides equal, but it is SSS, similarity. So all the three sides, corresponding sides will be in the same ratio. So if ABC and DEF are two triangles not of the same size, then if the ratio of their corresponding sides are equal, then the triangles will be similar. So if AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF is equal to AC upon FD, then triangle ABC will be similar to triangle DEF. This is similarity theorem, right? Now the third similarity criteria is SAS. So aim is angle. So in triangle ABC and in triangle DEF, if two sides are proportional and the angle included by these two sides is equal, then also the triangles will be similar. So two sides AB and AC are proportional to DE and DF, and angle A is equal to angle D, then we can say triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So this is the third similarity criteria. So I taught you three criteria. If all three angles are equal, then we can say triangles are similar. And second is, if all three sides are proportional, then the triangles will be similar. And the third thing is, if two sides and the included angle are proportional, then the triangles will be similar. So first two similarity criteria, that is, if angles are equal, then triangles are similar. Then if triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So we are using this thing continuously in all the questions, in maximum number of questions of similar triangles. So please learn this carefully. Now the next theorem I taught you about the area. If two triangles are similar, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, they are similar in shape but not equal in size. If they are similar, then ratio of the areas of these two similar triangles, ratio means area of this triangle and area of this triangle, and they are divided. So area of triangle ABC is divided by area of triangle DEF. This is called the ratio of the areas of two triangles. So this will be equal to ratio of the squares of their corresponding sides. So AB correspond to DEF, AB correspond to DEF. So AB upon DE whole square is equal to BC upon EF whole square and AC upon DF whole square. So this is the area theorem. So these were the theorems I taught you in the previous video. Now two more theorems are there. One is Pythagoras theorem, that in a right triangle the square of the longest side is always equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. So this is in right triangle. So in a right triangle ABC, right angle at B, the square of opposite side, opposite to 90 degree, that is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This was Pythagoras theorem. I have already explained the proof of this. If you want, then I will explain it again for you. Now the next theorem is its converse. If in a triangle the square of longest side is equal to sum of the squares of remaining two sides, then the triangle ABC will be right angle at B. So these were the theorems and the similarity criteria which I have completed in the previous video. So now I will start the examples. To see this example, it is very easy, and in this case you will learn how to apply these theorems and similarity criteria. So there are two triangles given in this example, figure 7.87. This is the figure. One triangle is ABC, another triangle is DEF. In these two triangles, we have to find out what is the value of angle F. Here, this angle is how much? This is the question. So for this, we will observe these two triangles. Here in this triangle, sides are given, and in this triangle ABC, sides as well as angles are given. So we can compare the sides only, because sides of both the triangles are known to us. So in this case, if you will observe that this side BC is 6 cm and here EF is 12. So 12 is double of 6. And here DE, that is 6 root 3, it is double of 3 root 3. So 3 root 3, its double is 6 root 3. So it is 6 root 3 is double of this, and 12 is double of the 6, and 7.6 is double of 3.8. So we can say the triangle ABC are similar to DEF. Why? Because the ratio of their corresponding sides are same. So AB upon DF, so AB upon DF if you will divide 3.8 by 7.6, it will come 1 by 2. Similarly, BC upon EF, it is also 1 by 2, and CA upon ED, CA upon ED, 3 root 3 upon 6 root 3, so you will get 1 by 2. So ratio of the corresponding sides is same, that is equal to 1 by 2. So by SSS criteria of similarity, I taught you if corresponding sides are proportional, then triangles are similar. So triangle ABC will be similar to triangle DEF. Why? Because ratio of the corresponding sides is same. And if ratio of the corresponding side is same, then the triangles are similar. And if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. So children, please learn it like the song. If corresponding sides are similar, proportional, then the triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. So most probably in all the question, maximum number of questions, we will use it either from top to bottom or bottom to top. That is, if corresponding sides are proportional, triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. Or we will use it in reverse order. If angles are equal, then triangles are similar, then we can say the sides are proportional. So in this particular question, because the sides are proportional, so we can say triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar, then we can say their corresponding angles are equal. So here corresponding angles will be equal. Here angle D is equal to angle A, so it will be 80, and angle B is equal to F. Angle B is 60, so angle F will be 60. So in this way, after comparing these angles, we will get angle F is equal to 60. So it was very easy question. So first we will check ratio of the sides. If it is same, then we will say triangles are similar. So these two triangles are similar, then we will say their corresponding angles will be equal. So angle at A will be equal to angle at D, angle at B will be equal to angle at F. Because after this, from A we are going to B. So in this case, from D we will go to F. So here, actually here this is problem in names. So because angle here AB is half of DF, or DF is double of AB. So triangle ABC is similar to, it is not similar to DEF, actually it should be DFE. Right? So on the base of that, we can say angle F is equal to 60 degree. So here order is very, very important. Now you see the next example. In this case, figure 7.88 given, and in this figure, triangle ACB is similar to triangle APQ. So APQ, order is important. APQ is similar to ACB. It is given if BC is equal to 8, so BC line is 8, and PQ is equal to 4, BA is equal to 6.5, AP is equal to 2.8 centimeter. Then we have to find out what is the length of CA and what is the length of AQ. So here triangles are similar. If it is given, we can say the sides are proportional, or we can say the angles are equal. But here sides are given and we want to find out the side, so we should use, if triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So this criteria we will use to solve this question. So you see the solution for this. So let us start the examples and the application of these theorems. To see this example, it is very easy, and in this case you will learn how to apply these theorems and similarity criteria. So there are two triangles given in this example, figure 7.87. This is the figure. One triangle is ABC, another triangle is DEF. In these two triangles, we have to find out what is the value of angle F. Here, this angle is how much? This is the question. So for this, we will observe these two triangles. Here in this triangle sides are given, and in this triangle ABC sides as well as angles are given. So we can compare the sides only because sides of both the triangles are known to us. So in this case, if you will observe that this side BC is 6 centimeter and here EF is 12. So 12 is double of 6. And here DE, that is 6 root 3, it is double of this 3 root 3. So 3 root 3, its double is 6 root 3. So it is 6 root 3 is double of this, and 12 is double of the 6, and 7.6 is double of 3.8. So we can say the triangle ABC are similar to DEF. Why? Because the ratio of their corresponding sides are same. So AB upon DF, if you will divide 3.8 by 7.6, it will come 1 by 2. Similarly, BC upon EF, it is also 1 by 2, and CA upon ED, 3 root 3 upon 6 root 3, so you will get 1 by 2. So ratio of the corresponding sides is same, that is equal to 1 by 2. So by SSS criteria of similarity, I told you if corresponding sides are proportional, then triangles are similar. So triangle ABC will be similar to triangle DEF. Why? Because ratio of the corresponding sides is same. And if ratio of the corresponding side is same, then the triangles are similar. And if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. So children, please learn it like the song. If corresponding sides are similar, proportional, then the triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. So most probably in all the question, maximum number of questions, we will use it either from top to bottom or bottom to top. That is, if corresponding sides are proportional, triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. Or we will use it in reverse order. If angles are equal, then triangles are similar, then we can say the sides are proportional. So in this particular question, because the sides are proportional, so we can say triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar, then we can say their corresponding angles are equal. So here corresponding angles will be equal. Here angle D is equal to angle A, so it will be 80, and angle B is equal to F. Angle B is 60, so angle F will be 60. So in this way, after comparing these angles, we will get angle F is equal to 60. So it was very easy question. So first we will check ratio of the sides. If it is same, then we will say triangles are similar. So these two triangles are similar, then we will say their corresponding angles will be equal. So angle at A will be equal to angle at D, angle at B will be equal to angle at F. Because after this, from A we are going to B. So in this case, from D we will go to F. So here, actually here this is problem in names. So because angle here AB is half of DF, or DF is double of AB. So triangle ABC is similar to, it is not similar to DEF, actually it should be DFE. Right? So on the base of that, we can say angle F is equal to 60 degree. So here order is very, very important. Now you see the next example. In this case, figure 7.88 given, and in this figure, triangle ACB is similar to triangle APQ. So APQ, order is important. APQ is similar to ACB. It is given if BC is equal to 8, so BC line is 8, and PQ is equal to 4, BA is equal to 6.5, AP is equal to 2.8 centimeter. Then we have to find out what is the length of CA and what is the length of AQ. So here triangles are similar. If it is given, we can say the sides are proportional, or we can say the angles are equal. But here sides are given and we want to find out the side, so we should use, if triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So this criteria we will use to solve this question. So you see the solution for this. Now we have triangle ACB and triangle APQ. These are the two triangles and they are similar, so their sides will be proportional. So AC upon AP is equal to CB upon PQ and AB upon AQ. So sides are proportional. Now from this, AC upon AP is equal to CP upon PQ. And we can write CP upon PQ is equal to AB upon AQ in two parts. Now AC upon AP values it is given in the question 2.8 is equal to CB, it is given 8, and PQ is equal to 4, it is given in the question. So after doing the cross multiplication, we can find out AC is equal to 2 into 2.8, that is 5.6 centimeter, and from this, by putting the values, we will get AQ is equal to 6.5 by 2, that is 3.25. So please understand this. Still, if there is any doubt, I'll take the question again. You can tell me, you can send me the feedback about the questions. So please note this carefully. Now you see the next question. Here two parallel lines are given and two lines are intersecting at one point E, and they are forming the angle EDC and triangle EBA, and these both the triangles are similar. It is given, and now they are talking about the angles. Angle BEC is equal to 115, and angle, this is exterior angle, and angle EDC is equal to 70 degree. We have to find out angle DEC, this angle we want to find out. Then we want to find out angle DCE. So DCE, this angle. So first of all this angle, then this angle we want to find out, then EAB, then this angle we want to find out. After that we want to find out AEB, so this angle, and then the last angle EBA, this angle. So to find out this, once again I am telling you, it is given triangles are similar, and for this I told you, if triangles are similar, then sides are proportional, or if triangles are similar, then angles are equal. So we will use depending upon the given thing. In this question, angles are given, so we will say if triangles are similar, then corresponding angles are equal. This theorem we will use. So according to that, in this figure, corresponding angles will be equal. So angle D will be equal to angle at B, and here to find this angle, because this DEB is a straight line, so angle DEC and angle CEB both will form a linear pair of angles. So angle DEC plus angle BEC will be equal to 180 degree. DEC plus BEC. So this will give us angle DEC is equal to and BEC is equal to 115 is equal to 180 degree, and here reason will be linear pair. So angle DEC is equal to 180 minus 115, it is equal to 65 degree. After that, angle AEB and DEC, these are vertically opposite angles, this angle and this angle. Here we got this angle is 65, so this is also 65, right? And after that, angle AEB is equal to 65. So angle AEB 65 and DEC both are 65. Now to get the other angles, in one triangle CDE, in this triangle, the sum of all three angles is 180 degree. So angle CDE, this is 70, plus angle DEC, this is 65, we have already calculated, and this angle we want to find out. So angle DCE is equal to 180 degree. Here the reason is angle sum property. So we will get angle DCE is equal to 180 minus 70 plus 65 is equal to 135. So minus 135, it is equal to 45. So this angle is 45 degree. And similarly, by using angle sum property here, we can find out the other angles. Otherwise, if this angle C will be equal to angle A, so this is also 45, and this angle is 70, so this angle is also 70 degree, because if triangles are similar, corresponding angles are equal. Now see the next example. Triangle POS and triangle ROQ, both are similar given, and we have to prove that PS line is parallel to QR. PS line is parallel to QR. So in this case, both the triangles are similar, and both the triangles are similar, then angles will be equal. So corresponding angle will be equal. So angle at P will be equal to angle at R, angle at O will be equal to angle at O, angle at S will be equal to angle at Q. So see the solution for this. Triangle POS is similar to triangle ROQ. So angle 1 will be equal to angle 2, and angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. But these angles are alternate interior angles. So we have proved either by this or by this that alternate angles are equal, and we know if alternate angles are equal, then lines will be parallel. So these lines PS and RQ will be parallel. Now come to the question number 6. This is the next example. Here in this example, what are they saying? See, PQ is parallel to MN. So PQ line is parallel to MN. Then we have to find, and it is also given that KP upon PM is equal to 4 upon 13. So KP upon PM is equal to 4 upon 13 given. KN line, KN full line, total is 20.4. It is given. We have to find out what is KQ. So for this, I taught you Thales theorem or BPT theorem. According to that theorem, I taught you if a line PQ is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, that is MN, then this line will divide other two sides in the same ratio. So KP upon PM will be equal to KQ upon QN. This is by BPT theorem or by Thales theorem. So in triangle KMN, PQ line is parallel to MN. So by BPT theorem, we can write KP upon PM is equal to KQ upon QN. This theorem. Now after that, KP upon PM, KQ we can break. We can write KQ. KQ we will write as it is. QN we will break. QN is this line. So why we are breaking? Because the value of Kn is given. So here Qn we can write Kn minus KQ. Kn we can write. We want to write Q1. So Q1 will be equal to full Kn minus Kq. So Kn minus Kq. After that, Kp upon Pm, it is given 4 upon 13 is equal to Kq upon Kn full line. It is given 20.4 minus Kq. After that, cross multiply 4 into 20.4 minus Kq is equal to 13 into Kq. So 4 into 20.4, that is 81.6. minus 4kq is equal to 13kq, or this you will transfer to left side, or 4kq you can transfer to right side, so you will get 17kq is equal to 81.6, and this will give kq is equal to 81.6 upon 17, and if you will divide 81.6 by 17, you will get 4.8 centimeter. So in this way you can find out the value of kq is equal to 4.8 centimeter, and this is good question, may come in the exam, and please do it carefully. Now see the next example. It is also based on the same method, same theorem. So in a given triangle ABC, DE line is parallel to BC line, and it is given AD upon DB is equal to 3 by 5, and AC line full line is 5.6. We have to find out AE. It is similar type of question. So if you are not able to understand the previous, you can understand from this. So if DE line is parallel to BC, then by Thales theorem we can write AD upon DB is equal to AE upon TC. So AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. EC we can write AC minus AE. Now you can put the value AD upon DB is equal to 3 by 5. AE upon AC 5.6 minus AE, cross multiply. So 3 into 5.6 minus AE is equal to 5 AE. So 3 into 5.6 is 16.8 minus 3 AE is equal to 5 AE, and 5 AE plus 3 AE, it is equal to 8 AE, which is equal to 16.8. This will give you AE is equal to 16.8 upon 8. So this is equal to 2.1 centimeter. So method is almost same. Now come to the next question. Here the difference is they are not giving the values, they are giving the values in terms of x. So in the figure, DE line is parallel to BC. It is given here AD is equal to, AD is this line, AD is equal to x and DB is equal to x minus 2, AE is equal to x plus 2 and EC is equal to x minus 1. We have to find out the value of x. So here in this case base line is this BC. So they have drawn the triangle, rotated the triangle in this case. So in this case this ED line is parallel to CB line. So DE line is parallel to BC. So again by BPT theorem we can write AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. So AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Now put the value, AD is x upon x minus 2 is equal to x plus 2 upon x minus 1. Do the cross multiplication. So x into x minus 1 is equal to x minus 2 and x plus 2. Now x square minus x is equal to, here a plus b, a minus b formula. So x square minus 4, and after simplification we will get x is equal to 4. So this is the method of finding. This is also the good question. So please do the question carefully and write in your notebook. This may come in the exam. It is of 1 mark but good question. So please do it carefully. Now come to the next question. It is also of the same type. So after doing many questions you can understand it and there will not be any doubt. So again in this case LM line is parallel to AB line. So LM is parallel to AB. So ratio by BPT theorem, by Thales theorem, ratio will be equal. So we can write CL, or from bottom side AL upon LC is equal to BM upon MC, right? So AL upon LC, we can break LC distance is equal to AC minus AL. So AC minus AL is equal to BM upon MC, distance is this upper one MC. So this we can write CB minus BM. So BC or minus BM. Now put the value of AL because it is given. AL, AC, BM and BC, these are given. Put the values and simplify. So x minus 3 upon 2x minus in the bracket x minus 3 is equal to x minus 2 upon 2x plus 3 minus in the bracket x minus 2. So x minus 3 in the numerator, after opening this bracket 2x minus x, that is x minus minus plus 3 is equal to x minus 2 upon 2x minus x, that is x plus 3 and plus 2 will be 5. After that cross multiply, x minus 3 into x plus 5 is equal to x minus 2 into x plus 3. So x minus 3 and x minus 5, if you will multiply, you will get x square plus 2x minus 15. Right side x square plus x minus 6, x square cancel, 2x minus x, that is equal to x, and minus 6 plus 15 will give you 9. So x is equal to 9. So in this way you can find out the value of x, that is equal to 9. So I hope you are understanding. I have done many questions of the same type and I feel that you may be understanding all these things carefully. So please go to the next question. See, it is also based on the same topic, that TS or ST line is parallel to QR line, it is given. If these are parallel, you have to find out PS. So if these two lines are parallel, then by BPT we can write their ratios are equal. So PT upon TR is equal to PS upon SQ. So this method we can apply and we can put the value and we will get the value of PS. You can see this. So PS upon SQ, that is 3, is equal to PT 3 upon TR 2. Cross multiply, we will get PS is equal to 9 by 2, that is 4.5. Now see the next question. This is also based on the BPT theorem. Here PQ line is parallel to BC, so we can write AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC, and you can put the value AP 1.5 upon PB 3, AQ 1.3, and QC, that is unknown, so QC, do the cross multiplication, and after this you will get QC is equal to 2.6 centimeter. So it is also based on BPT theorem. Next, again based on BPT theorem, here PQ line is parallel to BC. We have to find out QC and AQ. So here we can write AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Now AP 3 upon 6 is equal to AQ upon 5.3, cross multiply, so you will get AQ is equal to 5.3 upon 2, this is equal to 2.65 centimeter. So this is also based on BPT theorem. Now you see this question. In this question, PQ is parallel to BC. So this line PQ is parallel to BC line, it is given, and PR line this parallel to CD, it is given. We have to prove that AR upon AD full line is equal to AQ upon AB, first part. Second part, we have to prove that QB, so QB, this one, QB upon AQ is equal to DR upon AR. So these two results we have to prove. So in this case, first of all we will take the triangle A, B and C, this upper triangle A, B, C. In this triangle, this line is parallel to one side, so we can say ratio of their sides, other two sides. If one line is parallel to one side, then this will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. It means AQ upon QB is equal to AP upon PC. This we can write by using BPT theorem or basic proportionality theorem. And same way, in the lower triangle, in triangle ADC, we will apply the same BPT theorem because RP is parallel to DC, so we will apply BPT theorem. According to that, AR upon RD is equal to AP upon PC. So this will be the second equation, and from the first and second equation we are observing that AP upon AC, it is same in both the sides. So after this you will get AQ upon AB is equal to AR upon AD, or if this is correct, so reciprocal is also correct, so we can write AB upon AQ is equal to AD upon AR. So in this way we got the first result, and to get the second result we can break AB is equal to AQ plus QB upon AQ is equal to AD, we can break AR plus RD upon AR. After that, AQ upon AQ is 1 plus QB upon AQ is equal to AR cancel, so 1 plus RD upon AR, and 1 cancel, so we can prove QB upon AQ is equal to DR upon AR. Now you see the next question. This is also very important question. It came board exam CBSE. It is written here DE is parallel to AC. Here DE line is parallel to AC line. So we should take the triangle BCA. In this triangle, DE line is parallel to AC line, so we can apply BPT theorem easily. And after that it is given DC is parallel to AP. So DC, this line is parallel to AP. So this time we will take the triangle BPA, and again we will apply BPT theorem. So now you see DC parallel to AP. This is in triangle BPA. So in triangle BPA, DC line, this is parallel to this. So we can write BC upon CP is equal to BD upon DA. So this is our first equation. Then again in triangle BCA, in this triangle. First of all we have taken triangle BPA. Now we are taking BCA. Why? Because ED is parallel to CA. Because DE is parallel to AC. So BPT theorem, so BE upon EC is equal to BD upon DA. So this is our second equation by BPT theorem. This is also by BPT. So from first equation and second equation we are observing right hand side is same. So we can say left hand sides are equal. So we can say BC upon CP is equal to BE upon EC, or BE upon EC is equal to BC upon CP. This is good question. Please do it in your notebook. Write it carefully without seeing. First understand, then write it. So children, please see this question. It is also based on BPT theorem. So I think it's a good revision of BPT theorem. So D and E are respectively the points on side AB and AC of triangle ABC. AB is given full line AB 5.6, AD is equal to 1.4. So full 5.6, AD 1.4, AC 7.2 and AE 1.8. So with the help of these we can find out DB and EC. And then we have to show that DE line is parallel to BC. So it is converse of BPT. So if ratio is same, then the line will be parallel, or if the line is parallel, then this will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. Yes, children. So please see, it is based on converse of BPT theorem. So in this case, we will find out AB given. We will write 5.6, AD 1.4, AC 7.2, AE 1.8. So now we can find out BD. BD is equal to AB minus AD. So we will get 5.6 minus 1.4 is equal to 4.8. Similarly, we can find out EC. It is equal to AC minus AE. So 7.2 minus 1.8, it is equal to 5.4. After this, we will find out AD upon DB. So we are getting AD upon DB 1.4 upon 4.2, it is 1 by 3. And we will find out AE upon EC, it is coming 1.8 upon 5.4, it is also coming 1 by 3. So AD upon DB is equal to 1 by 3 and AE upon EC is equal to 1.1 upon 3. So this ratio and this ratio both are equal to 1 by 3. So we can say both the ratios are equal. And if both the ratios are equal, then we can say the line will be parallel to third side. This is called converse of BPT theorem. So thus DE line will divide AB and AC in the same ratio. So therefore, by converse of BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem, we can say DE line is parallel to BC. Now see this question, this is given in your book also. So when you will do the exercise that time, you can do it easily, understand this question. So in this case, we are observing many triangles, but we will take this triangle DXE. Then we will take triangle EXF. Then we will take triangle DX and F. Why we will take? Because this line PQ is parallel to DE and QR is parallel to EF, and similarly PR is parallel to DF. So this is the help for this question. This will come in your mind automatically. So please understand the question first. Any point X is inside the triangle DEF. DEF. One big triangle is given inside of this there is a point X and it is joined to all its vertices. So X point is joined with D, E and F. After this, from a point P in dx, so from a point P which is in dx, we are drawing PQ is drawn parallel to DE. PQ drawn parallel to DE, meeting XE line at Q, and then QR is drawn parallel to EF like this, meeting XF at R. Then we have to prove that PR line will be parallel to this one. So here we will check if the ratio is equal, then we will say the line will be parallel, and if line is parallel, then the ratio will be equal. So here it is given that PQ line drawn parallel to DE. PQ is drawn parallel to DE. So we can say XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. So because one line is parallel, so ratio will be equal. So we will apply this to see the method. So PQ is parallel to DE, so we can write XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. This is by BPT theorem or Thales theorem. Similarly, in triangle XEF, QR is parallel to EF, so we can write XQ upon QE is equal to XR upon RF. So these two ratios equal. So BPT theorem says if a line is parallel to one side, it will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. Similarly, if a line is parallel to one side, it will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. So by applying BPT theorem, we got two equations, and in these two equations, what we are observing that here XQ upon QE, this is same. So we can say XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. So XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. So what we have proved? XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. So in triangle DXF, we have proved the ratio is equal. And if ratio is equal, then the line PR will be parallel to DF. It is called by converse of BPT theorem, because the ratio of XR and RF and ratio of XP and PD is same. If ratio is same, then RP line will be parallel to DF line by converse of BPT. Now you see the next question. In triangle ABC, D and E are the points on side AB and AC respectively, and BD line is equal to CE line. It is given BD is equal to CE. These two parts are equal. It is given. And angle B is equal to angle C. Angle B is equal to angle C. We have to prove that DE line is parallel to BC. Given is BD is equal to CE. This line and this line are equal. These two angles are equal. So in the previous class, you have learnt in 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th that in a triangle, so in triangle ABC, if two angles are equal, then the sides opposite to them are also equal. So angle B is equal to C, so we can say side opposite to C, that is AB, and side opposite to angle B, that is AC. AB and AC will be equal, right? So now we will take the help of this. Angle B is equal to C, therefore we can say AB is equal to AC, sides opposite to equal angles are equal. After that, we can break AC. AC is equal to AE plus EC, and AB is equal to AD plus DB. Now here it is given that BD is equal to EC. So here AE plus EC or CE is equal to AD plus BD We have broken here. Now in place of BD we can write EC, or in place of EC we can write BD. So after writing this, that will be cancelled and you will be able to prove that AD is equal to AE. So here CE cancel, so AE is equal to AD, hence proved. Now you see this question here. In this triangle, this part equal, right? And full side is equal to full side. So these two parts will also be equal. So by this AD is equal to AE. Why? Because full line and full line equal, and because this small part and this small part are equal, therefore this part and this part are equal. So we have proved AD is equal to AE and DB is equal to EC. This we have proved. Now if we will find out the ratio of AD and DD, and similarly ratio of AE and EC. So both the ratios will be equal, and if both the ratios are equal, then we can say DE line will be parallel to BC by converse of BPT theorem. So if ratios are equal, then we can say the sides are, and this DE line will be parallel to third side. Now see the next question. This is important question, so please do it carefully. Question is, in a parallelogram ABCD, this is one parallelogram ABCD, in which P is any point on side BC such that when DP is produced up to L, then we have to prove that dP upon PL is equal to DC upon BL. So DC upon BL, this we have to prove. Second part we have to prove DL upon DP. So DL upon DP line is equal to AL upon DC. So these two results we have to prove one by one. So I am taking one by one. So what is given? One parallelogram is given ABCD, in which P is any point on BC and this side DP is produced up to L. So to prove this, first of all we will take triangle ALD. A, L and D. In this triangle, we are, as we know, opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel. So here D, AD and BC both will be parallel. So if these both the lines are parallel, then AD is also parallel to BP, because AD is parallel to BC, because opposite side of a parallelogram are parallel. So we can say AD is also parallel to BP. And if this line is parallel, so we can apply BPT theorem and we can say DP upon PL is equal to AB upon BL. Right? After that, in place of AB, we can write DC. So DC upon BL will be equal to DP upon PL. So in this way, DP upon PL is equal to DC upon BL. First part is proved. Once again, in triangle ALD, LB upon BA is equal to LP upon PD. After that, LB we can write DL upon AB is equal to PL. We can LP we can write PL upon PD, we can write DP. Now BL upon AB, in place of AB we can write DC. Why? Because opposite side of a parallelogram are equal. So BL upon DC is equal to PL upon DP, or DP upon PL is equal to DC upon BL. So hence first part is proved. So only in place of AB we will write DC. Now second part, we have to prove DL upon DP is equal to AL upon DC. Diagram is same. So see, for this, in the first part we have already proved dP upon PL is equal to dC upon BL. We have already proved. dP upon PL is equal to here dC upon BL. So what we will do here, we can write the reciprocal of this. So PL upon dP is equal to BL upon dC. After that, PL upon dP is equal to BL upon dC was equal to AB. So we can write AB. After that, we can add 1 in both the sides. After adding, we will get PL plus dP upon dP is equal to BL plus AB upon AB. Now dP plus PL will become DL. So we will get DL upon dP is equal to BL plus AB. So BL plus AB will become AL. So AL upon AB, and after that DL upon dP is equal to AL upon, and AL was equal to AB was equal to DC. So in place of AB we can write DC again. So this is the second part to prove. So both the question, both the parts are of higher order. So please do it carefully. It is good question, difficult, little bit difficult only how to convert. Otherwise, application of the theorem is same. This is little bit difficult. Why? Because only conversion of this, in place of AB we have to write DC, and in place of DC we have to write AB. Only this is the important point, and question will be easy for you. Now see the next question. This is also very important. It is also from your book, NCERT book. So please do it carefully. Question is, there is one figure is given, and in this figure it is given EF line is parallel to AB. EF is parallel to AB, and this is also parallel to DC. So AB parallel to EF is parallel to DC. All three lines are parallel given. We have to prove that AE upon ED is equal to BF upon FC. So question is very easy. Till now, to do this question, we should think what are the theorems we have learned, and all the theorems which you have learned, these are based on triangles. So we should find out the triangle first. So in this figure, we should find out the triangle. So one triangle is ADC. In this triangle, this line EP is parallel to DC. So we can write AE upon ED is equal to AP upon PC. Why we can write? Because EF is parallel to DC. So EP is also parallel to DC. So if one line drawn parallel to one side, then it will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. So we can write AE upon ED is equal to AP upon PC. After that, we can take the triangle ACB. Here PF line will be parallel to AB, so we can write AP upon PC is equal to BF upon FC, and after that you will see that AP upon PC will be common, and after that you can equate. So you will get AE upon ED is equal to BF upon FC. So now see once again, in triangle ADC. So in triangle ADC, EP is parallel to DC. So we can write AE upon ED is equal to AP upon PC. Similarly, this PF will be parallel to AB. So we can apply BPD theorem, and we can write AP upon PC is equal to BF upon FC. So by this, BF upon FC will be equal to AP upon PC. Now from this equation and from this equation, equation number 1 and equation number 2, we are observing AP upon PC and AP upon PC is same. So left side are equal. So AE upon ED is equal to BF upon FC. Hence proved. Now you see the next question. It is also based on the same topic, but only you have to observe the figure carefully. It is an important one. It came in the board exam 2007. So please see this figure carefully. There is one figure, and in this figure it is given that DE is parallel to DC DE line is parallel to BC. So because this line is parallel to this, so we'll take triangle ABC and we will apply BPT theorem. AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC because this line is parallel to this. After that, you see EF is parallel to DC. So we will take the triangle ADC and we will write AF upon FD is equal to AE upon EC. So we will frame these two equations and these will give us the result. So in triangle ABC, because DE line is parallel to BC, so we can apply BPT theorem. So AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. So AB upon, but we want the result here. AD square is equal to AB into AF. So to get this result, here we will use a result of BPT. So according to that, because we want AB, so we want to take full side. So here we will take full side AB upon AD. Here also full side AC upon AE. So this is the result of BPT. We will write AB upon AD is equal to AC upon AE. So by that result we will get this equation, and after that, because EF is parallel to AD, so here we will write AD upon AF is equal to here AC upon AE again. Now after seeing equation number 1 and 2, we are seeing right hand sides are equal, so left side will be equal. We will get AB upon AD is equal to AD upon AF. After this we will do the cross multiplication. So AD into AD will be AD square and AF into AF, and we will get the required result. So I hope you understood. This is also very good question. It is compulsory to do this question in your notebook, children. Please do it carefully and still give your feedback. I am for you. So please always give me the feedback every day so that I can improve myself and I can help you the maximum as much as I can, so that you all can be good citizen and you can get good marks. So thank you for today. So all the best. So please do assignment also, and if there is any question which you are feeling that it is out of syllabus or connected with the trigonometry, actually in that they have given two terms of trigonometry, two questions in which you are using that, so you can leave those questions and accept this. You can do the other questions, and I hope you understood this theorem carefully, application of BPT and converse. So this we have taken, I have taken today maximum questions, and next time I will try to take some questions of Pythagoras theorem and its converse, and I will take some hot questions also from this chapter, and after this I will not go to the other chapter. Next chapter I will revise again from the beginning. I will take some more assignments from chapter number 1, 2, 3 and 4 again, so that you can understand it well and you give your feedback so that I can do according to you, so that you can do well in my subject. Thank you once again. Bye bye. All the best. Take care.